One of the biggest things and the things that I'm trying to inspire people to do is be more thoughtful and intentional about the content they make. So to make meaningful content, to really think through what they're putting out there, because everybody's obsessed with content. It's like, you have to make consistent content. You should be making content every day. Just keep making content. But I think people aren't spending enough time about what they're actually saying. They're just trying to be heard. There's obviously a strong attraction to a lot of people to create these clickbait headlines, clickbait posts. How do you find yourself letting your message be heard, sharing your message with others, but also doing it in a tactful way and doing it with a way that isn't clickbaity or salacious?
Yeah, I think we're all starting to see the desperation in the clickbait stuff. It's really just sad to me. It really is. And even when it feels tempting, like to craft your post or your headline or whatever in a way that you think Google might approve of, and it just doesn't connect with readers the same way as if you're genuinely trying to solve a problem or ease pain. That's my motive. When I start a blog post, I think I just want to ease a little pain today. I don't know what that's going to look like. It might be something as simple as the clean countertop, like we were talking about earlier. But the more of my story that I share and the more of my pain, my mess that I share and how I got out of it, the deeper the connections are with the people whose pain I'm trying to ease. And in a lot of times it's my own pain.
What advice would you give people that are just starting out, that are, because that's the most challenging part. And I think that's probably the most tempting place to want to just yell your message out there and just get it across in any way possible. Spam, send emails out to people, have all caps headlines and, these clickbait posts. What advice would you give to those people that are just at the beginning? And it is a grind in the beginning. It is tough to be heard and to actually get your message out there. What would you say?
I'd stay focused on the problem solving, on the pain easing versus, asking people to share your stuff, doing things just to get attention, because people see through that and they're not going to sign up for your newsletter. They're not going to want to stay in touch because they see that you're trying to connect with people besides them. So really think about who you're writing for, especially if we're talking about a blog format, because those are the people that eventually you will reach, and maybe not in the beginning. I mean, I think that's the best time to really just focus on the writing because no one's seeing it at all in the beginning. So you can really experiment and have fun with it. And eventually they will see it. So why not have your best work out there right away, knowing that it's going to get better over time, but just focus one post at a time. People have often asked me, what should I wait till I have 20 posts before I start a blog? Or what should my first post be? I was like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. No one's going to see it for a while. So just start. Yeah. And then the best advice I've ever gotten probably when I first started was don't stop. Just don't stop. So if you want to grow a community and have a blog that is kind of the core of your business, just keep going.
A year ago today, I started this podcast, actually.
Congrats.
Thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it. I think I did. I think I do. When I started it, it's hard though, because I've started a lot of blogs before. I've started a lot of things that I didn't finish. So I set the precedent that this wasn't going to keep going. But in the beginning, I was like, this is different. This one is different. I'm really going to make sure I can keep consistently making these podcasts. It has evolved so much over just that 1 year. The first one was like, I didn't save up 10 or 20 posts. I had a story that I wanted to tell about my first experience as a filmmaker, or one of my early experiences where I totally screwed up and forgot to hit record during a reality show. It was like a funny story that my friends enjoyed and they love to make fun of me about. So I was like, all right, I'll just throw this up there. It was like 8 to 10 minutes and I really liked it. I got like a little bit of response, but I mean, it's just family and friends. Those were the only people that were listening and they would listen to me anyway. But then I just kept doing it. And eventually I got into a rhythm of creating and putting out one post per week. So I put out 45 episodes over the course of a year, which it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but if I didn't just get started and just start putting that stuff out there, it wouldn't be as good as I think it is now because I learn so much through each one. And it's like, I've had episodes that are bad. I've had ones where I just didn't feel on like sharp, and I felt like, oh man, I really like screwed that one up. And then like literally just pacing around my apartment thinking about that interview that I just screwed up for an hour. But then you get better and you get a little bit more confidence. And then eventually, I don't know if it ever gets totally easy. Like there's still a lot of hard work that goes into each episode, but I think you can enjoy it a little bit more, and you can kind of let go of your expectations, and then you can just keep creating. But,
for sure. And especially once you realize that no one's going to die over a typo, you can write it and let it go, write it and let it go. And if there is a typo, go change it later. You'll be fine.